Who owns what? Something else is absolutely going to have to be sorted out in a flat world. Who owns what? How do we build legal barriers to protect an innovator's intellectual property so he or she can reap its financial benefits and plow those profits into a new invention? And from the other side, how do we keep walls low enough so that we encourage the sharing of intellectual property, which is required more and more to do cutting-edge innovation? The world is decidedly not flat when it comes to uniform treatment of intellectual property, said Craig Mundie, Microsoft's Chief Technology Officer. It is wonderful, he noted, to have a world where a single innovator can summon so many resources by himself or herself, assemble a team of partners from around the flat world, and make a real breakthrough with some product or service. But what does that wonderful, innovative engineer do, said Mundie, when someone else uses the same flat world platform and tools to clone and distribute his wonderful new product? This happens in the world of software, music, and pharmaceuticals every day. And the technology is reaching a point now where you should assume that there isn't anything that can't be counterfeited quickly. From Microsoft Word to airplane parts, he added. The flatter the world gets, the more we are going to need a system of global governance that keeps up with all the new legal and illegal forms of collaboration. We can also see this in the case of patent law as it has evolved inside the United States. Companies can do one of three things with an innovation. They can patent the widget they invent and sell it themselves. They can patent it and license it to someone else to manufacture. And they can patent it and cross-license with several other companies so that they all have freedom to action to make a product, like a PC that comes from melding many different patents. American patent law is technically neutral on this, but the way established case law has evolved, experts tell me it is decidedly biased against cross-licensing and other arrangements that encourage collaboration or freedom of action for as many players as possible. It is more focused on protecting the rights of individual firms to manufacture their own patents. In a flat world, companies need a patent system that encourages both. The more your legal structure fosters cross-licensing and standards, the more collaborative innovation you will get. The PC is a product of a lot of cross-licensing between the company that had the patent on the cursor and the company that had the patent on the mouse and the screen. The free software person in all of us wants no patent laws, but the innovator in all of us wants a global regime that protects against intellectual property piracy. The innovator in us also wants patent laws that encourage cross-licensing with companies that are ready to play by the rules. Who owns what is sure to emerge as one of the most contentious political and geopolitical questions in a flat world, especially if more and more American companies start feeling ripped off by more and more Chinese companies. If you are in a business of selling words, music, or pharmaceuticals, and you are not worried about protecting your intellectual property, you are not paying attention. And while you are sorting that out, sort this out as well. On November 13th, 2004, Lance Justin M. Ellsworth, 20, was killed by a roadside bomb during a foot patrol in Iraq. On December 21st, 2004, the Associated Press reported that his family was demanding that Yahoo give them the password for their deceased son's email account so they could have access to all his email, including notes to and from others. I want to be able to remember him in his words. I know he thought he was doing what he needed to do. I want to have that for the future, John Ellsworth, Justin's father, told the AP. It's the last thing I have of my son. We are moving into a world where more and more communication is in the form of bits traveling through cyberspace and stored on servers located all over the world. No government controls this cyber realm. So the question is, who owns your bits when you die? The AP reported that Yahoo denied the Ellsworth family their son's password, citing the fact that Yahoo policy calls for erasing all accounts that are inactive for 90 days, and the fact that all Yahoo users agree at sign up that rights to a member's ID or account contents terminate upon death. While we sympathize with any grieving family, Yahoo accounts and any contents therein are non-transferable even after death. Karen Mohan, a Yahoo spokeswoman, told the AP, "As we get rid of more and more paper and communicate through more and more digitized formats, you better sort out before you die and include in your will to whom, if anyone, you want to leave your bits. This is very real. I stored many chapters of this book in my AOL account, feeling it would be safest in cyberspace. If something had happened to me during my writing, my family and publisher would have had to sue AOL to try to get this text. Somebody please sort all this out."